It's a bit warm today for late September. I'm very sweaty right now. But I wanted to do a video that kind of exemplifies why, I'm reaching for a stick here, sorry, why I'm moving the raspberries. So here we have one that's kind of arching over a walkway, and this is thornless raspberry. As you can see, once it focuses, it is an absolutely, whoa, smooth stem. Like, I'm sorry, my neighbors are always screaming at each other. That is a thing. There is not a single thorn on this whole amazing plant. And I have 3 up in gallon-sized pots because when I transplanted one of these, 2 of them that I transplanted, one of them had 3 offshoots already. I have a feeling it was this one, but I'm not positive. I did just trim, and that was a video. I trimmed the hedges so that they're leaning more my neighbor's direction. You know, it's fine. And I wanted to show another moment that happens quite frequently up here that has occurred. There's my little pile of branches that came down from above here. In addition to having my very first autumn blaze sedum self-seeded into my yard, my neighbor has a bunch of them, so I'm not surprised. What I'm surprised is that it took this long. But here, look. At this rate, I'm never ever going to get any fruit. So this is a deer path that I'm reclaiming for myself, honestly. And they come in here. They either go in front of or behind the tree. I think behind, honestly. And then along, and down to the oak and that way, eating their whole way there. So this tree is a white or something like that, black mulberry. Anyways, I believe it's the Russian type. It's the most invasive mulberry tree that our region has, and that's not a major problem. It's okay. But I did also plant a native one, which are the green leaves behind that one big dead leaf stuck on the fence down there. And it's been quite the trick to keep things from just getting eaten to death right through here. You can see the ground's just worn out and parched, and I put down a bunch of wood chips to help with that. But the parts of this plant that do get enough sun to start producing fruit, all 3 of them, because they were all 3 right here, all 3 of them are getting eaten to the point where there's never going to be fruit on these. Whereas out there, because this just terminates at a fence, and they don't come through here nearly the same. Out here we do not have them getting launched. And also, they get a bit more sunlight, because the sun angles from here and up. Let's see if we can make this make sense from where the raspberry is. Like this. And so it clears the tree and the shed, goes along here where the sky is clear, and then from the point of view of the mulberry, it would be about 1:30 before they start to lose light behind this hedge, which will continue to get taller because there's this gap right here and I want my privacy back. So, at least they get some sunlight out here. I want to put the last one right here where I put this pile of hedge clippings, which came from way up there. The new pole trimmer has made me very happy. I cleared out some down towards the end there too, the other end of the hedge. And at some point I'll get up in behind the fruit trees too. Looks like I'm only getting 6 apples this year. But this is a pretty well-established, standard-sized, but kept short apple tree. And with allowing it to surpass the height of the hedge for the first time in its life, I am hopefully going to get better fruiting, because I do think I do think that it is a lack of sunlight that is making this tree not do well. I'm gonna have to save it from its espalier frame, because I'm sure that that will grow into the trunk and make it difficult to, yeah, it's already doing it right there. And then there's a bird's nest right up there. So if I can cut that free of the wire before it's entirely enveloped by the wire, that would be better, because that is the main piece going straight up that has been stuck in by the wire at this point. So that's not great. And then the pear over here hasn't fruited in a couple years. It hasn't even bloomed. And from the research I'm doing, the most likely reason for that is, get off of me, fly, don't bite me. Sorry. The most likely reason for that is a lack of sunlight. So I am really thinking I want to move it right here. I would face its greenery towards their house because it would get the most sun. Again, coming this way. And then the back of it would be facing their house. So rather than let it lean really bad, I would face the greenery towards the neighbor's house and then have it green up on the side that faces the sun better. And I would really hope that that would work out. I just need to free it again of its frame. And that on the pear, because pears are generally smaller trees, on the pear that doesn't seem like that's going to be all that difficult. Apples tend to get massive, so that's going to be a bigger trick to protect it from that caging. So that's why I'm moving the raspberry. And I think I'm going to do that today. I'm really hoping to save... Oh, I'm getting eaten alive at this point. Sun must be getting low. Also, I'm a sweaty disaster, so the bugs are really liking me. Yeah. Look at my sweaty face. Oh, the, light's on. How about that? Yeah. That was bright. Yeah. There's like a light bulb on in the front for the flash. Yep, so I'm going to go dig those up, see if I can save that autumn blaze sedum, and maybe even put it somewhere it will like better. And that will be that. Just my little glass collection. The only one I actually collected is this one. The rest of them were collected by the former owner of my brother's house, which I do find amusing. And that's how the garden is looking today. Got my first blooms on the sunchoke down here. I think you can see them. This New England aster is in full bloom, and oh, is it pretty. So yeah, that's the spot where I want to put the pear. You can see how that would be beneficial in a lot of ways. I still think I'll continue the... Oh, that's a tough decision. I would like to have the pear there and also have the hazelnuts there. And then as we come down here through the asparagus, which is beating me up as I walk through, now you can see that this is in bloom. It's weird how they dry out like that. Isn't that wild? Oops. Come here, come here. Okay. Aren't they cute? I find them to be very cute. Focus already, would you? There we go. Adorable. Right? Boink! And then, of course, we got some echinacea here. Big old pile of wood chips. The Joe Pie is fully spent. The cherry tree is still alive. Shrug. I don't know. And yeah, everything's doing pretty good here. The Saskatoons that are up in big containers, I may actually plant those out for myself to fill out some of the gaps in my food hedge here. After I have all of these hazelnuts that are coming, I believe, in the spring. I don't think they ship in the fall. I'm pretty sure they come in the spring. Once I have all of those planted out, and whatever I don't use is, we split the cost, my friend and I. Yeah. Once that's taken care of, it'll just be a matter of like where the rest of the gaps are. Where do I want to put some more Saskatoons? So those are nice to have. This is the only other like cheap hazelnut that even took. And I may just dig that puppy up and sell it and replace it with a good one. Really happy to see the dead man's fingers on the bottom of this stump. It means it's actually dead. Yeah. Good stuff. Very, very happy about it. Yeah, this is why I'm pretty sure the deer come through here. I don't keep this trimmed too well. You would think that it would be a lot less passable. Maybe it would be a lot less passable. So, yep. Beautiful day. A little too beautiful. I am dripping sweat all over the place. I'm gross. I hope you're enjoying. Have a good one. Bye.